So it's December 1st, and we're going to try to go for this shot again. There's a Falcon 9 launching at about, I think it's 9:45 p.m. So again, we're kind of looking at a condition right now where the plume is probably not going to be heavily visible. However, this will be a better opportunity to make sure that I have that focus dialed in. So we're going to look at this as sort of like another practice run, but let's see if we can get it. It's like 8:05 right now. It's very cold. It must be like 33 to 32 degrees outside. There's some condensation freezing. And the idea is that we're going to be shooting right that way. The camera's going to be down there. We're going to shoot right up through where we were last time. So the same spot, same conditions, everything. Probably going to have to kill some lights because as it is Christmas, we have an array of light pollution happening around us. So we're gonna go for this again, see if we can get it a little bit better this time. Let's get set up. Okay, so we're all set. I'm bundled up. When it's cold, there's a few things that you got to take into consideration, mainly being that you're going to have access to your fingers. So I have just like cheap gloves that I cut the tips off of, warm my fingers up in my pocket, right? I figured this is a good time to kind of go over and show you guys how I'm doing this, how I'm setting up for this, because it is a little bit unique. Most experienced photographers and videographers sort of know about some of the stuff I'm going to be showing you here. But so right now I've got my A7S III. Around it I have cheaper small rig camera cage for the A7S III. Attached to the E-mount I have a Metabones E to EF adapter, and then I'm borrowing my friend's lens again, which is the Canon 100 to 400 EF mount 4.5 lens. We learned last time that there's a little bit of breathing at the infinity point in this lens. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use masking tape here, and we're gonna tape down the focus with the masking tape. The reason why I'm using masking tape and not grip tape is because A, I'm out of grip tape, but I actually think masking tape is a better option for this because it will still hold the focus ring. And if I run into a situation where I actually need to turn the focus, it will detach fairly easily. Beneath on the tripod here, now I obviously have the lens mounted to the tripod because we don't want to damage the mount. It's a heavy lens. You don't want all that support coming off of the adapter and the mount itself. So we're putting all the weight. Right now the camera is just kind of hanging off the end here, and that's much easier, more efficient, and will prevent any damage from happening to the camera. That is mounted to an Axler QRA 5018. And this is a quick release plate. I've put a quick release plate on the tripod so that I can actually have multiple mounts. I have a couple more of these QRA 5018s by Axler. So with using this, I can now like quickly take off the camera and put it onto a different setup. Beneath that, we have a small rig basic video tripod. I don't remember which model it is. It was one of the cheaper ones. I think I paid like $100 or $120 for it, but it's great with a 75mm bolt fluid head. Does all the jobs. It's actually quite efficient, has some tools integrated in it. It's really nice. But these are the tools that I use to get this done. Now, moving on and still kind of talking about focus, we have a Atomos Ninja 5. Now, you don't need the Ninja 5. This is a monitor and recorder. What you really just need is some kind of reference monitor to be able to boost your image so it's in a larger scale and you can actually see what it is that you're focusing on without having to get like really close and shake the camera or use the tiny screen on the camera. This is, even though it is a monitor / recorder, you really just need a monitor for something like this, but I'm using it as a monitor for this. I'm not going to be using the internal recording. And I feel like I don't need to. I'm trying to keep it in a compressed MP4 format. I'm not mounting it directly on the camera. Now you could use the cage here to mount some stuff on, but what I'm going to do, because I found it to be a little bit more efficient, is I have it's two small rig pieces. It's a ball joint with 1/4-20 threads, and then a vice clamp with a 1/4-20 thread. And this is all small rig again because it's very cheap and it's still pretty efficient in terms of my usage of it. What I'm going to do is right here we have the the tripod handle, and I'm going to be using the vice clip to attach this to the handle. So we'll kind of like do that right now. I'll give you a little preview. This isn't exactly how it's going to be, but this is what we're going for. We're going to twist this on, and I'm actually going to, I'll do it upright. You can do it upright or upside down. You can flip the monitor. There's a couple ways to do it, but this is just how we're going to do it. So here we're attaching the hood. And not that there's like a ton of light coming in. This is usually better for sunlight, but it still works pretty well at night for the same purpose. And then you just got to mind the room on the back to plug the battery in. And other than that, it's really just about cable wrangling from there. Oh, also one more tool that I think is kind of neat is you can either use like a red light or even a UV light right here, right? So if I turn this off, this is a little bit, it's a little bit easier. As you can see, some of the numbers are glowing. So it's another thing that kind of is useful in low light when you're filming this stuff if you don't want to mess up the exposure, if like you're turning on a light while you're exposing, if you're taking still photography. That's pretty much the entire setup. That's what we're doing. And by the way, if you're curious about what I'm filming this on right now, I'm filming this on an Insta360 X5. We do have a few more videos planned coming out for that. So that's pretty much it. Let's get ready here. We're looking to see the rocket pass right through up there, and hopefully this all goes pretty smoothly tonight. So again, thanks for joining and wish me luck. Look at that. Look at how bad it is. Look at all those little spots on there. You know how bad that is? That's so horrible. We're gonna go ahead and get this set up right now. Oh, let's go take it right down to the spot. It's right here. Okay, we're gonna take our tripod, nice sturdy tripod, spread the legs all the way out, get a nice stable stance. Let's go up higher even, right? If we can, we're gonna use it, right? So it's about here is where it's looking pretty dang good. Yeah, it's gonna be much longer. All right, let me find a star. I gotta turn off my light here. We're gonna find a star, and then I'm gonna make my rounds. We're about 45 minutes before launch. And so I'm gonna make my rounds turning off all these lights because I can't see anything. In fact, bro, I don't even see any stars. I see the moon. I'm gonna increase the ISO just to help us find this star. There it is. I see it. Okay, now we're gonna decrease. 12,800. I don't really want to go above that. Oh yeah, it's so far out of focus right now. There she is. There, it's beautiful. Perfectly in focus is what I am seeing. Okay, we're gonna turn everything off to save power. And now we're gonna make the rounds, turning off all the lights and getting ready for the shoot. So here we go. This is the one. Let's hope we get it this time. Focus until it's as sharp as humanly possible. Right there. All right. Focus taped. Okay. And let's bring up the launch on the phone. Fingers are getting cold. 3 minutes to spare. And now we just wait. We just wait. Let's see if there's anything up on the feed yet. There is. Okay. And let's give the lens a little brushy brush. All right, now we're full night mode. Okay, they're getting ready to launch. Here we go. So the idea is I'm all the way zoomed out at 100 so we can lock in on it. Then I zoom in to 400. The focus should be locked in a good spot. And then we just film it. It should look nice and crisp. Camera free.
Launch director, go for launch.
Okay, go for launch.
T-minus 30 seconds.
30 seconds, here we go. Exciting.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Nice clear night tonight. No clouds.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff of Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go Starlink.
Okay, lifting off.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Rolling. Here we go.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Again, I'm focused on stars, so it should come in crisp, but we're ready to move if that is not the case.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Keeping my eye on the sky and on the camera.
Max Q.
Nothing yet. Should see it any second now.
Engine chill.
Okay, we're going to re-roll.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
Here it comes. Rolling.
MVAC ignition.
Okay, we're in. Oh yeah. Look at that. And there it goes. Well, holy cow, I think we got it much better this time. Now we're just waiting on the satellite deployment. Let's go check out this footage. All right, well, we got it this time. Focus looks sharp, no racking, no cloud coverage, is perfectly clear. Though, like I said when you have broken clouds and it like passes through them, it also looks pretty compelling. So that wouldn't have been so bad, but it's just much riskier. Rolling.
Main engine
There it
cutoff.
is.
Stage separation confirmed.
Okay, we're in. Oh yeah.
MVAC ignition.
Look at that.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Ooh, look at that. And there it goes. Now it's behind our trees. The plume wasn't as big as I was hoping. Again, was expecting that. It's about an hour after launch, so it's 10:30 p.m. right now. And first pass will happen around 11:45. Sounds kind of accurate, but when I've seen these before, it's roughly within the hour after the launch. So if the train is visible, it's going to be kind of diagonally along the horizon, somewhat close to the trajectory path where it deployed the satellites. So waiting out here and see if we can get that other pass in of the Starlink satellites and get the satellite train, make it a whole sandwich of a night for footage. And sit here out in the cold. Excited that we got it dialed in. It looked really sharp. Still wishing I had, better focal length on it, or maybe a telescope to film through, but maybe that'll come in time. For now, this is good enough and I'm happy. Okay. It's 11:28 and it's pretty cold. So I've been sitting out here just with my eye up on the sky to see if I could spot the satellite train, and I haven't seen it. So what we might end up doing, because I'm pretty freezy, I should have worn even more clothes. I think I might just call sitting on watch, go inside where it's warm into my office, start working with some other stuff. This is like the unicorn right here. This is the hard part. Oof, I'm cold. Okay, it's about to hit 11:30. We're gonna sit for a few more minutes and then I'm gonna go get warm. This is Mike signing off. Oh, I'm freezing. Okay, so I'm back inside. It's nice and warm in here. I'm gonna go outside in another 15 minutes after I warm up. Camera's still set up out there, and we're gonna see if we can spot the train then. I mean, I don't know. These are tough. Like, the trackers don't have them up yet. You know, again, other than sitting outside and waiting, I have no real way of knowing when this thing is gonna come over. It looks so much better, and it's right there at the threshold where it can barely get it with the amount of light that's coming out of it, and then we can brighten it up a little bit later. But that's sort of what we want, is we want just a little bit of light, so that it, you know, we're preserving the grain. We don't have any grain, and it's still crisp enough and bright enough that we can see what's going on. Anyway, thanks for joining. This was a huge success. Second time's a charm in this case. And let's hope for the third launch coming up that I'm going to try to capture, that it has a nice, big, beautiful plume. And maybe we're going to have a little bit more time to stay up and warm while we wait for the train to pass. So thanks for joining. Now we got we've dialed in filming the rocket from a distance. Now we need to dial in finding the satellite train and filming that too, so we can get the whole process. So that's the next step.